how I am thriving in my 20s. By God's grace and with all humility, do you get? I feel like I'm doing well for myself. I'm making impact. I'm fulfilling purpose. I'm blessing lives. I'm doing what gives me fulfillment. I'm reaching out to people, making their lives better than they met me. And so it's something I can't trade for anything. I can't trade it for anything. And um, this is not to put pressure on anybody. You are doing well for yourself at whatever level you are at, and this is not to put pressure on you. But I've looked at my fellow young people, my age mates, and I see that there's something I'm doing most times that they are not doing. I know sometimes we'll say it's God's grace, God is blessing you, God has graced you, um, you you are blessed, God has favored you, amazing, beautiful. But do you know that if I was lazy, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be doing well for myself. I wouldn't be doing something that I'm proud of and that you too you're proud of. So I feel like there are things to do, there are prices to pay, there are dues to pay. While God wants to bless you and you have the calling and God has graced you and then you are anointed for this, you have a part to play. And so welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Misuma Ilechukwu, a confidence and self-esteem coach, popularly known as the Confidence Doctor, author 26 books, director confidence, director school of confidence, certified mentor, whatever, a lot about me actually. But just note this. Now, how am I thriving in my 20s? What are the things I'm doing? This video is very special to me because I'm kind of trying to tell you that beyond the skills, beyond trying to get trainings, trying to invest in knowledge and all that, there's some things I'm doing. While men sleep, while men party, while they club, I am indoors working and I still do things that give me fun. Somebody was asking me the other day, what is one thing you do for fun? Because when she asked me my age and the things I do, she was challenged. She was so challenged that day that she wanted me to carry my bag and come and stay in her house, but she really wanted someone that would challenge her that much. But she was asking me one thing I do for fun, and I found it hard to answer that question because when I tell you one thing I do for fun, you might think it's not fun, but to me it is fun. You get? What I do for fun is that I go to YouTube to watch my favorite preachers, my favorite teachers on YouTube. I go to their channel, I watch their videos, I watch movies, but I do Christian movies most of the time. In fact, this is like 1 year and that I've not seen any Nollywood, any Nigerian movie, apart from Just Us Girls, that Pastor Mildred is behind, and they are doing exceptionally well, and the Mount Zion movie, because I don't see the thing that Nollywood movie is doing for me. In fact, even foreign movies, I've not watched any. You understand? And I think there's even a place for that. There's a place for balance because I feel like if you watch foreign movies, you learn a lot, you become more exposed. But at the same time, I don't like what it does to my spirit, some of those movies out there. So I just do Christian movies and then some documentaries that are important, and then I watch my favorite preachers. I also eat sometimes for fun. I also eat, try different dishes, eat my favorite snacks. That's basically what I do. And then maybe visit friends, do videos, speak. These are things I do for fun. And when I mention it, it looks like my life is boring, but my life is not boring. These are the things that, just makes me feel better. Apart from trying to read a book, I'm not really a reading person, but there's some things I do to relax. Okay, so how am I thriving in my 20s? It's okay if you feel like I'm not thriving and I'm not in the best place to advise you. You can just scroll. But I feel like I'm not stingy with what I know and the things I do. My roommates bear you witness that I work hard. I work hard. And I'm not saying it's by my working hard. Everybody around me knows how dedicated I am and how resilient I am when I want to achieve anything. Everybody can tell you how impact driven, how purpose driven I am. I don't have time. I can cry, I can feel bad, I can rant. But you see that thing I want to achieve, it is done because God is with me and I'm ready to achieve it. I don't have time for excuses. If there is an excuse that will hinder me from doing something, I have something else to destroy that excuse. That's how I live. So, number one thing that helps me thrive, God and grace. Yes, God is behind it. God is behind it. I have a good relationship with God, and I pray a lot. I talk to God like my own biological father. I tell him what I need. I tell him how I feel, and I know how he speaks to me. And when he speaks to me, I don't overthink it. So I have a knowing that God wants me to do this thing, or I have dreams, or I get prophetic whatever, and then I know that this is what God wants me to do, and I go ahead and do it. For example, now some of you are waiting for God to say, my daughter, before you start your 2025. Funnily enough, the clarity will come for you. The clarity will come to you when you are on the journey. You have to start. Don't be there. You will wait till March. Oh. Because you don't know how God speaks. You're expecting God to tell you something or give you a word. Like people have some word. Some people say, this is my year of this is my year of this. It's beautiful. It's amazing. If God has given you a word, no problem. But it's not a bad thing to be doing while you wait. Don't be idle. Don't be idle waiting. Don't be idle waiting. So God has really helped me. God has really helped me. Sometimes I wonder how I do it, how I was able to study law in university, how I was able to still run my brand alongside and still came out with a good result, how I was able to do my 8 to 5 and still do my NYS personal CBS project where I get the third position and I did exceptionally well, how I was able to do so many things I do. I know it's God because on my own I can't do anything. And then of course I'm graced. God has graced me. Sometimes it's not necessarily about the skill and the talents and all that. God has graced me, He has anointed me. I can't even say that God has not helped me. Now, number two, I am impact driven, and I feel like my fellow young people should be like this. When you are in a place, be impact driven. Let them feel your source. Don't be quick to run away from that place. Let that place feel your impact. Wherever you step in your feet, don't leave the same way. Don't leave that place the same way you came. Let me tell you something. This is my life. My life is about, if you want to summarize me, impact, purposeful living. I don't have time for, you know what I mean? So wherever, if you're my friend, I must impact you. I must do something that they will know that this person has changed and it's this person, and that's how I am. When I was in the NYSC camp, I sought for the opportunity to give them a lecture, and I was the only couple that did that. Not Saido, not skill acquisition. I gave a lecture. I sold my book in camp. I gave my book to the officials. I met some of them. I knew them. Came out and did my NYSC personal CBS project because I wanted to impact the community. Despite having a hectic 8 to 5 work and working in a very constrained kind of work environment, I still did it. I went to Abuja last few weeks. I spent only a week. I sold all the books I went with. I just dropped like 2 with my auntie. I went for crossover. I sold like 2. Not like because I want to sell. I want to make an impact. I entered Light Nation Church and I connected with many people. Sold 2 of my books. Gave Apostle Femi's wife, Pastor Mimi, I gave her my book because I have a mindset. I want to drop something here. Do you get? I want to do something. Let them feel that somebody entered. Do you get? So I'm impact driven. I'm not money driven at all. Forget the fact that I call money for people when they come to invite me for speaking engagements and all that. If you know me well, you know that I'm not money driven. I can empty my account because I want to make impact. Okay? The project I did for NYSC, I spent more than $500,000, not my money, but people gave me money. Ordinarily, some people might have even shared the money half and go on. But I mean, I went all out. So I'm impact driven. I am focused. I know what I want. Do you get? So number 3, less pleasure, more work. And I want you to train yourself like this. Don't be always pleasure driven. If it's not sweeting me, I'm not doing. If I'm not resting, I'm not sleeping. If I'm not, that's not how to be great. Sometimes you look at your life now to know how your future will be. I know that your future holds more for you. You're waiting to get to your 30s to make money. But if you don't start now to inculcate the habits that will give you that future, you can't make it. If you don't read your books, if you don't try to build skills that make you non-negotiable for people to employ you, you won't get that great future you're looking for. God will help you, but you won't get there. God cannot go past His principle. You must put the work. You must make efforts now. Less pleasure, more work. See the destination you're going to. Know that I'm reading for this destination. I'm working because I want to get to this point. Less pleasure. Don't always sleep. Don't always play. Don't always talk. Don't always gist. Have time for fun and all that, but try to work. When you come to social media, don't always mindlessly scroll. When I come to social media, the first thing I do is to market myself, create a content before I scroll. Do the things that give you the money. If you need to send courses to people that have paid, send them the thing. If you need to reach out to people, do that. Don't just be pleasure driven, waiting to laugh at a meme, laugh at a joke, and it's okay. You must not be me, but I think everybody should have this mindset: less pleasure, more work. It makes your life easier because you are building, something sustainable. Number four, invest. I'm such an investor. I invest in people. I invest money. I invest a lot. I invest time. I am such an investor. Not in money wise alone. Money wise, most times I'm not really doing investments like that too. But I can say that I'm investing in products and services. I'm investing in my brand. I invest in my branding a lot. I invest in doing more books. I invest in people. I invest my time. Okay. I invest my time. I spend this time writing book. I know I will write this chapter. I know, like now, I'm working in a book for coaches. Do you get? So I invest my time in writing it. So I'm such an investor. I'm not wasteful. I know that if I'm see sometimes if I'm just free, not doing anything, I'm like, am I okay? What's going on? You know what I do? I begin to check my computer. I begin to check my phone. There must be something I've not yet done. Do you get? I need to go ahead and do this thing. And when you check, you see that you're not even free. You're not free. There's no time you are always free, not doing anything. If you have free time, check for the things you can do to give you more free time in the future. Don't while away your free time. Create more free times by doing the things you need to do, in the future now, so that you can have more. I don't know if you get, so you can have more free time in future. For example, I was not asking myself, why am I free? I open my book. I saw I have a manuscript I'm still working on. I have somebody I've not sent courses to. I have somebody I've not replied. I have this, I have that. And I do them because in the future, I don't want to be so busy in February. I have other things to do. Do you get? So I just try to invest time, invest in people. I have team members that I'm training. I train them to bring out the best in them so that they can help me. So tomorrow they're like, my boss is such a good person. I love working with her. Excellence is the goal, blah, blah, blah. I invest in them. Do you get? Now, personal development, that is number 5, personal development. I invest in myself. Can you believe that the smartphone graphic design tutorials I'm selling is not out of professionalism? It's not out of I know so much. Do you get? The video editing is not out of I know so much. These things are skills I learned by consistency. I made the worst of designs when I started, but I got better by continuously doing it. That way, I now know the fonts to match, the colors to match, and all that. That is why my thumbnail, I do them myself, and they're exceptionally good. Do you get what I'm saying? So, personal development. Develop yourself. Go and take courses. Recently, I finished a course, and I'm a certified confidence coach, and I'm taking another one on certification of a self-esteem coach, and I have series of courses to take. I am not playing with my life, and I'm not even saying you're playing with your life if you're not really doing anything now, but be intentionally living your life, make impact, and then look for ways to develop yourself. You have a first class, as beautiful as it is. You have to know that people are not looking for first class graduates. They're looking for first class graduates that can really solve problems, that have the skills they need in their workplace. So how is your value quotient? Are you really valuable, or you are just certified? Certificates. You have certificates. I am this, I am that. How is your know-how? Because people that have skills, people that are doing well, people that know are streetwise, people that know better and are doing better will actually be your seniors because they have the value people need to solve problems. While you have paper to show. I'm a first class graduate, beautiful. But apart from being brilliant, can you really solve problems? Can you think out of the box? Are you creative enough? So these are things you need to put your mind to. Discipline is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Discipline is number 6. I'm so disciplined, and I'm not even saying it to please or to proud or be proud or anything. I mean, I'm not even so disciplined because sometimes I can be very indisciplined. I can be very indisciplined, but I can't say that I'm bad. I'm bad with discipline. Reasonably, I'm good with discipline. In the sense of I know what I want and I get it. Whether I feel like it or not, I wake up early to pursue this goal. I reach out to this person, talk about what I do and sell to them. I read a book. I write a course, I take a course, I record a course, I write a book, I cook my food, I wash my clothes. Like today, I woke up this morning and swept my house, had my breath. I've not had breakfast, but I'm doing these videos. I'm batch creating for the next few weeks. So discipline. You don't see the behind the scenes. I won't tell you that I felt like doing this video. I mean, if they will give me bed now, a soft bed, and give me soft pillow, I want to sleep. But I know I have a goal of my channel. I have a goal on this channel. I have a goal to impact lives. I can't sleep away my time. Somebody was saying, peace. Man, peace was saying I saw one of her quotes. She was saying, if you sleep too much now, what will you do when you die? What will you do in the grave? So discipline, you cannot do away with discipline. Another thing that is the last thing I'm going to share with you that I feel like I have that most people don't have, and I want them to start having it, is I want you to have that mindset of I am not limited by anything. Refusal to create limitations or be hindered by any. Some of you create your limitations by yourself. You create limitations by yourself. You are telling yourself that I cannot do this, I cannot do this, I cannot do this. But people have that challenge and they are still thriving. You create your limitations by yourself, because sometimes limitations are not the ones that people have given you. It's the one that you allow, the one you create for yourself. You've given yourself an excuse not to start making videos on Facebook. You've given yourself an excuse not to cook that food. You've given yourself an excuse not to start that business. You've given yourself an excuse not to be better. So you created a limitation for yourself. So I don't have time to create limitations. Now, if there are limitations I cannot really handle, probably that they just came naturally, it's just something that just came, I make sure I am not hindered by it. If I'm trying to get something that is worth 100k and I don't have 100k, I get one of 50k. Or I save up. Like, I'm not hindered. I don't have the mindset of I'm hindered by anything. I don't have the mindset of I'm in Anambra State and I've been there all my life and I rarely travel. I don't have the mindset of being there will make me not to be excellent. The work I do, people have been asking me, I can't count. If I should be giving an award, gold award, a B medal, to say how many times people have asked me whether I'm living in Lagos or Abuja, or maybe I'm outside the country, I would have gotten 1 million awards. Because they think these large cities are the places that you get this kind of people. No, I'm in my house, in my father's house, pressing my phone, pressing laptop, reading a book, taking a course. If I want to do my books, I can do it in Anambra if I have a very excellent vendor, or I have somebody that will do it outside the state and web you for me. I do a lot of web use, and that is why I don't understand people when they say the web you is costly. I mean, I can buy a book and pay for Weibu. So I budget everything at once, because the book will not fly from where it is to my house. So what then stops me from budgeting for the book and budgeting for the Weibu if the thing is really important for me? Do you get? So I have a different mindset. I'm not saying my parents don't have money. My parents are doing well for themselves, but you will never see me. I'm somebody that wants more for myself. Somebody has asked me the other day and was like, why are you even having this kind of life? I mean, your parents can fend for you, and why are you stressing? Despite that you have parents that are rich and all that, I'm like, they have done their part, and I respect my parents a lot, because they made their money with academics, civil service. They were able to give us a good life. They are still giving us a good life. But I'm not like them. I have a different purpose. I have a different life, a different journey, and I trust God to help me achieve it. Do you get? So I'm not going to let my parents or whatever they have or whatever, because they are feeding me, and then think that I will never mature and have my own life. I need to create my own life for my own for my own children, and also the kind of life God has wanted me to have. Not that my parents have money and I depend on their money, eating their money without investing, without trying to be better. I know they gave me a good foundation, but I'm not going to depend on whatever they have given me and then not make any growth whatsoever. Do you get? So whether they have money or not, just know that you don't blame anybody. I don't have time to blame anybody and say it's because of them that I not achieve my goal, because they will not be there to answer for you on the last day. Do you get? So I'm not easily thrown off balance by. So I mean, if it gets me overwhelming, I cry and I move on. But I cannot say, for example, my CDH project, I cried on the day before this event. I was just at the hall, I was crying because I didn't meet my target. But after crying, I cleaned my eyes and moved on. The next day, I showed up like a boss and I was smiling. And nobody will know what happened to me a day before. So I'm not limited. I'm not giving excuses. Do you get? So I feel this will help somebody, a young person out there. Just know that you can live your best life even in your 20s. You can do what you can. You must not even travel to that place you want to travel. You can be in the comfort of your home. If you want to travel, no problem. I mean, traveling to Abuja and some other places exposed me, but I feel like just know that nothing is a limitation, especially now that there's social media and things can be easily done. Nothing is a limitation. You can from anywhere, you know, make money. You can from anywhere learn a skill. You can from anywhere take a master's outside the country. You can even be in your house and taking a master's in UK. So I want you to have a different mindset in 2025 as a young person. You are not too young to make money. I was in my CDS and I was telling my fellow coppers one of the meetings where I was speaking to them about social media. I was telling them, as young lawyers, just know that you can call any amount and you can earn it. Don't go and be telling somebody, I was just called to bar last year. I need you to pay for this. No, please just pay me 5,000. I'll manage. Don't say that. Call your price confidently and tell them why it's worth it. And don't beg them. And one thing about me, I know how to negotiate. I feel like you people should also know how to negotiate. When I go to schools for early confidence initiative and I tell them about prices, I know how to negotiate. First of all, the way I package myself, the way I talk, and then when they are trying to price me, I tell them why I am not like every other person that you can price. Do you get? They've seen me make courses of 50k and people are bad and they're like, this person is more personal. I mean, she deserves this. And when I give them the lecture, they want me to come back. Do you get? So it's about how you carry your business. It's about how you carry yourself. You're able to speak, you're able to walk up to anybody and sell to them and they're like, I want this. Do you get? So that's the kind of person I am. And it's not rocket science. I know that God is helping me, but beyond that, there's some things I'm doing. And I have a resilient mindset. If I sell to 10 persons, well, at least one person can buy. If all of them don't buy, at least I've made connections, I've taken their numbers. So for the future payments and all that, they might eventually buy. So I hope this helps somebody out there. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, share with somebody out there, share with that person who you feel maybe is lazy and is just there at home eating rice and stew without trying to make their lives better and invest in their future, or somebody out there who is struggling but needs to know, what do I need to start doing for my life to be better. This video can help them. I love everybody. I want people to improve. If you're my friend, you know that I want you to be impact driven. I want to encourage you to write a book. I want you to, that's how I am, because there is no time. If I die today, but God forbid, if I die today, I know that at least I'm doing something that gives me fulfillment. I've done something that God will be proud of. I've obeyed him in some areas, proud to meet him. Do you get? So I'm not going to just go there and be like, I was a student, I did this, and I tried, I made impact. And I know some people will be like, but your time is not my time. No problem. But you can do something that will speed up the time. You mustn't be waiting till when you're 30, 40 to make millions. Like now, a million is not, I can't say I've been making 1 million. No, I know that I've made millions in my business and I'm still going, getting better. So I want you to get to that point where you feel like you're not too young to do anything. You're not too young. Most people that are even my colleagues are my seniors, but I want to inspire them to know that your age is not a barrier. Okay, get better, know better, make your money, love your life, be amazing, even as a young person, because you are wise. And don't let anybody despise your youth. Even Apostle Paul was telling Timothy, don't let anybody despise your youth. So I'm telling you, don't let anybody take you for granted because you are young. At most, don't be telling them your age. Just do your work and go. Do you get? So I know people I work with, CEOs, big people, okay, that I know I have access to now because I'm impactful. So please, I want you to enjoy what I'm enjoying. I want you to come on board to start living an impactful life, a purposeful life. And don't forget that I love you so much and I want you to be better. And that's why I'm doing this video, despite I'm not even eating breakfast. And I really just want to go wash my face and then quickly make something to eat. I'm just doing this video because I want you to be better. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, like, and share this video. My name is Miss Somali Chwan. Of course, I am your confidence doctor. Bye for now. I'll see you in my next video.